Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's webinar, Learn How to Make Your Drone Pay Off. My name is Nevena, and I will be your host today. We are excited to show you how you can turn your drone investment into a profit-making machine using smart farming strategies and precision technologies. We'll explore how to maximize the financial impact of your drone and make it an essential part of your farming success. We are glad to have you with us today. So let's get started. First, before we dive deeper into today's content, I have the pleasure to introducing our speakers who bring a wealth of knowledge and experience to this session. First, we have Michael Jang, Solution Engineer at DJI Agriculture. Hello, Michael.
Hi, Nevea. Hi, everyone. Nice to meet you. Yeah, I'm very glad to have this chance to join this webinar to share our drones experience in the agriculture world, especially with Agremo together to explore the precision application. Thank you.
Thank you, Michael. Michael will guide us through the practical applications of drones in precision spraying and the significant benefits they bring to modern farming. Next, Luca, my colleague, head of sales at Agremo. Hi, Luca, once again.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for being here. It's great to have you here with us, and I'm looking forward to present you what's new in Agremo, some successful use cases, and is always my favorite part, Q&A, when we can directly answer all the questions that you have. So feel free to write the questions in the questions part, and at the end of the presentation, we will try to answer as many questions as we have. So
thank you for that. Luca will be sharing how Agremo's tools can transform the way you approach early season crop monitoring. So together, Luca and Michael will share practical strategies in real-world examples on how to maximize the financial impact of your drone investment. This will be table of contents, okay? And before we jump in, let's go over the few housekeeping rules to ensure a smooth and engaging experience. As Luca already mentioned, our session will last approximately 45 minutes. All participants are on mute to ensure a smooth and uninterrupted flow. If you have any question, please use the question feature on the right side of your screen. We'll have a dedicated Q&A session at the end. And finally, we'll be sharing the recording via email to all registrants. So don't worry about taking extensive notes. You can revisit the content later. All right. Now that we are set, let's look at what we will cover today. In today's webinar, our main objectives are to discover how to optimize early stage crop management for better yield, ensuring that your crops get the best start for the season. To learn about cost saving and efficiency trends using drones, a game changer in modern agriculture. And to address the key challenges and provide solutions for early season crop care, helping you navigate common obstacles with ease. And lastly, we will explore new technologies and preempt treatments that can give you a competitive edge in the upcoming season. We've designed this session to be practical and impactful. So I will just jump into the current industry trends. The agriculture industry is undergoing a technological revolution, and drone technology is at the forefront. Farmers who have adopted drones report up to 70% reduction in input costs thanks to precision application. Additionally, studies shows that drone usage can lead to 5% increase in crop yields and 5% reduction in input costs. An impressive combination for maximizing profitability. I think it is. Looking ahead, the market value of drone adoption in agriculture is projected to grow from $350 million in 2022 to $1.8 billion in 2030, with operational costs expected to decrease by 70%. These numbers show that smart farming isn't just the future, it's already here. So let's go on Luca's part. And please, Luca, you will guide us through these details. Thank you.
Well, thanks, Nevena, for the introduction, and yeah, thanks again, everyone, for joining us here in this webinar. So today I will talk about how the Agremo helps to optimize the crop monitoring. I will present some of the features that were launched on our app in 2024 and the use cases that can be done with them. And I will also talk about how the DJI and Agremo technology work together in precision farming throughout the successful use cases that we had in 2024. And I will put the special attention to the crop spraying, variable application maps, spot spraying for both herbicides and fertilizers. So as a start, the main thing that is related to the crop monitoring part of the Agremo app. So for those who don't know, in the Agremo, we developed the platform for crop monitoring, crop analytics, and variable prescription maps. So the one of the important things that we added to support the crop monitoring to make it more efficient is the satellite monitoring. So how this process works, it's pretty simple. You can add all your fields to be monitored with the satellites. This whole process is completely automatized. Satellite will take images and on a weekly basis and give you the basic plant health maps using the vegetation indexes. What's the difference that we added here is the alert system. So the software will notify if there is some changes in the fields. And there are two types of the alerts that we have. The one is in the early stages, and that is why I put this case on the slide, because even now for the winter crops here in Europe, there will be the snow will melt down and you can do the first 10 counts after the winter. Or when you start with the spring crops, corn, soy, cotton, tobacco, you will also be notified if there is some uneven development spotted in the field. So the software will notify you so you know which field to focus on. Why is this? What are the main benefits of this field and who is it designed for? So actually for everyone who's monitoring a lot of fields, now you can add all the fields and you will receive the software will tell you which fields you need to focus on so you can better manage your crop scouting operations. So once you get the notification, what we also added is a tool directly on the app where you can request a flight with the drone so you can get the deeper information with the drones with high image resolution and the Agremo AI analysis on what is the problem in the field. So in these early stages, when you want to do the, when the software tells you and signalize that you have the problems with the uneven development, on that same flight with the drone, you can get multiple information. So you can do stand counts. You can get the elevation map and spot the potential waterlogged areas. You can also do the weed detection analysis. So it's not just, one flight for one analysis. In those early stages when the software signalizes, you can get multiple data. I'll get back to this feature. So directly on the app, while you're on the field, you click this button here to request a flight, and in just a few clicks, you can order the flight from your drone service provider. So you can type the date, the crop type. You can type, the stage, a desired resolution. You can put your contact here from the number and the email, and you click the request a flight, and your pilot will automatically receive the shapefile, KML file of the field boundaries and the request when he needs to do the mapping. This is good for the farmers, but I believe that it has even more and bigger value for the drone service providers who can offer their customers the access to the app. I'll just repeat that again for those who don't know, that we have an option in the app to open the sub accounts for your customer. This is extremely beneficial for all the service providers, whether they are drone spraying companies, agronomists, co-ops. If they are, providing any kind of service, they have an option to open the sub accounts with the co-branded app, give the access to all their customers, and through this module, they can, from the app, directly schedule the flights for the customers and save the enormous time on, organizing the flights, sending KMLs, sending the direct location of the fields and all the other parts that are in between the communication between the pilot and the customer. So the third feature I like to present here, which is also the very, very important and very helpful, that was launched last year, is the variable prescription maps based on the vegetation indexes. So for those who are either first time here or don't know much about the Agremo, we provide the analytics that are based on the artificial intelligence. So we have the best-in-class stand count, weed detection, plant health analysis, vigor analysis, damage detection analysis, all based on the AI. But last year, we received a lot of questions or requests from our customers to speed up the whole process of delivering the results. It's 24 hours for the AI analysis, but there was a lot of cases where people wanted to spray immediately while they're on the field. So we developed this tool, which is detecting the weeds based on the vegetation indexes. So the use cases are either in pre-emergence, green and brown, or in very, very early stages like V2, V3, while the crops are visible, but still the weeds are much taller than them. We have this option where they can create the prescription maps based on the vegetation indexes. So it's in real time. You upload the data, the software will stitch them, and with the vegetation indexes, the same day while you're on the field, you can create a prescription map. The tool is pretty much the same. You can put the custom rates in each zone. You can choose the number of the zones. It goes from 2 to 5 zones. The software automatically calculates the savings compared to the flat rate and what is the total amount or how many liters you need to spray this field based on the prescription that you made. So there is no waste of the chemicals or the water. And the one very important thing is the option to modify the prescription maps, which means that you can add or remove the zones in the field that you want or you don't want to be sprayed. So with this button here, you activate the tool to modify the map. We have the whole video on our YouTube channel about how this tool is functioning. So we will put the link into the chat so you can go out and see the whole process of modifying the map, creating the prescription map. And at the end, the file is fully compatible with all the DJI Agri series. So, there is no need for any adjustments. You have the folder. Once you download it, you will have the folder that's called the DJI. And in there is the file that the DJI requires to put into the Agri's drone. So you can just copy that on the SD card, on the flash, put it into the controller, and do the spraying. So yeah, that's the part of the features that I wanted to share with you. And I'll jump over to the use cases that we have with the for the variable applications. This is the particular case that we did in Germany. It's the green on green weed spraying in the sugar beet. So on our website, you can find out the use case. There were 3 fields that were done in this project, which we published. We will put the link from that in the chat as well. But what was the case here? The farmer used the Mavic 3M to map the field. Her comments was that with Mavic 3 and the setup that it's required for the Agremo, where you can fly anywhere between 250 and 300 feet, speed up the whole process of mapping fields. So you can do it pretty fast, upload the data, and this is the case with the AI, because AI with detection, not the previous one that I showed you, because it's green on green use case, and the AI works much better in green on green, because the Agremo weed detection analysis is trained to differentiate weeds from crops. So the weed detection in this case was 23%. Once the farmer created a prescription map to do the spraying or the saving was 12.5 euro per hectare, or 5.5 US dollars per acre in the single path, one spraying of the field. So in the total for 32 hectares, it was 400 euros to do the spraying. So, you know, just to compare, like the Mavic 3 or the Agremo, they are around 4,000 euros, you know, so in 10 fields like that, you have the return of the investment just in one path. I'll give you the whole mathematic behind this, just to explain what was done and how it was, because there are a lot of questions like, okay, if we have 23% of the weed, that will mean that 77% should be the savings, but it's not the case, and I'll explain why. Because when the farmer was creating the prescription map, he was spraying the whole field, but with the variable rates, not the same. So in the zones with high weed pressure, he put 2 liters. In the zones with the medium or low weed pressure, it put like 1.8. And in the zones with no weeds or low weed pressure was 1.6 liters. So you see the difference. And in that case, you know, the savings was in the money 17% compared to the flat rate, which is in total 12.5 euros per hectare in a single path. So imagine this on the, you know, 100 acres, you have close to more than $1,000 savings with this technology. The another case that I will show you, this is the one that we spoke about on our webinars in 2024, but I would like to repeat it because the case is the fertilizer application in the cereals. In this case, it was the wheat. And why I'm showing this case, because it was the combination of DJI Mavic 3M, Agremo, and Agres T30, but the case was not spraying, it was spreading, it was the application of the fertilizers. So this is the wheat field mapped with the drone, and this is the setup that was used. So it was 2 zones with the 20 and 10 liters of the liquid fertilizer applied with the T30. The estimated saving in this case was 12.11%, which is close to, I put it close to because I'm not sure what was the exact price at this stage. It was 18 euros per hectare. So the last time I checked, it was a few days ago when I was checked what would be the prices of the fertilizer in 2025. Depending on the type of the fertilizer, but it will go between 300 to 450 euros per hectare. So imagine saving even 10% on that. It's quite a lot of money, and it's doable, it's easy, it's available with the Agremo and with the DJI. So that will be all from my end. Feel free to write any questions that you might have here in the chat, and I will now give the floor to my to another speaker, Michael. Floor is yours.
Luca, thank you. Now it's entered to my part. And so as we heard, Luca introduced many a detailed introduction about the Agremo software. And to start from my part, I will talk more about the application and the operation of the drone itself. So before the main topic, I would like to introduce two of our latest valuable drones in the overseas market, DJI Agriculture T50 and DJI Agriculture T25. And the T50 is suitable for the larger areas, and the T25 is suitable for small and medium-sized plots. And as we can see here, so on the top area, there is a table to show you the main flying parameters of the T50 and T25. So for T50, its maximum spring payload is a 40-liter tank, and the maximum payload capacity is 40 kilogram, and the maximum spring swath width is 11 meter. For the spreader, the dry tank, its capacity is 75 liter, and the weight carry-on payload is 50 kilogram. The maximum spreading swath width is 8 meters. The maximum flying speed is 10 meters per second. So we go to the next one, and I'm not sure if everyone already very familiar with agricultural drones, but if you do not, and I would like to introduce this page first to tell you, maybe to answer your first question. Maybe everybody, if you are not too familiar with the drones, when you first look at the drones, always there is a question in your mind is how long it can fly. What is the battery capacity and how long it lasts? And all of those questions can be summarized into one. What is the real working spring or spreading efficiency compared to the conventional machine like ground rig and your airplane? And by this slides, we can see for the T50 or T40, every day it can reach to around 130 hectares. So I would say it can compete to a 90 feet boom sprayer. So it's around 90 feet is around 25 to 27 meters boom sprayer. It can compete at the spring efficiency in such scale with such scale ground rig. So as we can see here, the drones, if you are using the drone to do your spring or spreading work, you can image they can compete it to 27, 25 meters long boom sprayers working efficiency. And it's also including all your work in the field, your transportation, your battery swapping, your refill tank, refill chemical, including everything. This is a very normal and common value we can hit in our real world. But we still have a large difference with the airplane. For the fixed wing airplane and helicopter, its operation efficiency could be more than 400 or even reach to 1,000 hectares per day. So that's the difference, the operation efficiency difference with ground rig and the airplane. But not only about the efficiency of the drone, because we know drone have lots of advantage compared to the conventional machines like no soil compaction, and the operation is more active and flexible, and is terrain follow ability and obstacle avoidance and bypassing abilities. So, but just want to let you know its spring efficiency compared to what is the efficiency position in the market right now. All right, so this page is tell you if you buy a T-series agriculture drones, what is their ROI could be. Here is the example calculation sample in the US. So actually we will consider those three parts. First is your original investment, your device, all your equipment procurement investment, your drone itself, and your generator, and your trailer behind your pickup. So the toll, the transportation toll, your car, your investment. And then we will calculate your battery cycle. So this part will answer the question, how long it can fly, how long it can last, what is the battery lifetime. So for each battery, our official claimed lifetime is 1,500 cycles. So for each battery cycle, it can cover 2 hectares, but the precondition is your application rate is around 20 liters per hectare. It's around, if you are in the US, the unit could be 2.3 or 2.2 GPA. So if you are using the metric, it's around 20 liters per hectare. Under such application rate, per battery cycle could cover 2 hectares. So one battery cycle, it means your battery capacity is from under 30% to 90+%. This fully charge and discharge. And by this value, and each battery cycle, it can consume around 0.64 liters oil, gasoline. So based on those logic, we can calculate the operation cost and how long it can last. So for each battery, a new battery, and we can cover around, we can make a calculation. We can cover around 3,000 hectares. So it's quite a big number. And in the latter content, I will tell you, in such a scale, and just in the lifetime of a single battery, it can return your money back. And as per the calculation in the US. And also we need to consider your training and the insurance fee. And in the US, we need to consider FAA certification, your repairing and maintenance every year, and your training investment every year, and your insurance every year. And based on all of those consideration, investment consideration, and the sample in the US is, if you buy a T50 and for your service usage, you can return all your money back in 1.5 spring season. And when you cover around 6,000 acres work, 6,000 acres work equals to around 2,400 hectares. So it means once you finish such scale of spring work, you can return all of your money back and based on all those investment. So this is a calculation sample in the ROI in the US. And I hope it can help you to make a consideration about this business. And so next one is show you, maybe, I noticed some people, some friends that are asking this question: how does the agriculture drones work with Agremo software? So as we can see here, we have the different level, different layer, the hardware layer, your data layer, and your software layer. Actually, we can use the Mavic 3 multispectral, or you can call it M3M, to do your scouting and your mapping task and fly over your whole field to collect all your RGB or NDVI multispectral original imageries. And then you can feed them all into the software. Yeah, that is our key topic today, Agremo software. You can feed all the raw data into the software and then to generate your prescription map. Once you get your prescription map, I believe Luca already introduced some details here. Once we got the prescription map on the Agremo software, actually we can use it. We can download it and input it into our T-series agriculture drones, T50, T25, T40, or T20P, or even T30 and T10. And on that, you will see the prescription map reflection on the remote controller, and then you will know you can perform that task and by clicking your remote controller directly. And then we can, on the smartphone app, our DJI software, on your cell phone to see all your flight log, your flight history. And here is the way how can we use the Agremo's prescription map into the agriculture drones. So here we can see, and once you need to, so here different step, create the prescription map route in one single SD card, DJI RX, and then copy your prescription map into this SD card, and then put your SD card, insert your SD card into the remote controller, and then there will be a pump jump window, and you can select import of your prescription map. But the precondition requirement is we need to make sure the format is GeoTIFF. Absolutely, it could be supported in the Agremo software. And then the prescription map file should come with a TIFF file and the TFW file, and select your coordinate system WGS-A4 and the 32-bit float date time. And but you can only select your application rate on the remote controller currently at kilogram hectare or liter hectare per hectare. And the recommended pixel size is 1 meters plus multiple 1 meter. So this is the way how can you use the Agremo's prescription map or other third-party prescription map on DJI Agriculture Drones. And once we got this is something it will look like on the remote controller. So it will show you the green parts, the colorful parts is the area we need to cover and spray with a different with different application rate. It is something it looks like. So because we are using the novation method here, so we can point some area at 0 application rate. So we can set up the 0 application rate here. So it means we don't spray anything. We don't spray anything in those areas. We only spray a certain application rate over the colorful area. So this is also something some can sort out the kinds of the prescription map. So this is something it will look like on the remote controller. And then you set your flying speed, your roll spacing, your height above the crops, and your spacing distance. And then click take takeoff, and then the drone will go to the field and perform the task automatically and follow your prescription map instruction. And next is some use cases. So this is the rice for LiDAR application in Japan. And so that's all the same solution, M3M mapping, and imagery processing, and then the variable rate application prescription map on the Agris T-Series drones to work. And as we can see here, we achieved a yield increase around 99%. So it's around $287 per hectare, while reduced for LiDAR use of around 11%. So this is a rice application in Japan, and this is a cotton application in China. So now in China, and the prescription application is very, very normal. We can see it's just a standard workflow in the cotton planting in China. So almost for all the cotton planter grower, they will use the M3M to do the mapping work and collect the NDVI information and generate the prescription map for all kinds of the application during the different growth stages. So your growth regulation, your fall ladder application, your defoliar application, all of those stages, they will use a prescription map to do the work. We can achieve around 300 to 400, around 450 kilogram per hectare yield cross increase by growth regulator application. And this is the Viscontrol sample in the Europe. And as you can see here, if we use a broadcast application by tractor to spray the whole field, and our total cost, it will be around the 387 Europe your dollars. But if we adopt a spot spraying with drone, the prescription application using drone, we can save around more than 70% your money on the chemical. So this is the difference. And next is application on pasture. This use case is in Australia, and we only generated application rate for the spot we recognized for the weeds. They call it the invasive weeds. So yeah, it can save a lot of the money. As you can see here, for the helicopter, and it's around $100,000. But using drone, it can save almost half, 49% the chemical reduction. Okay, so that's all the content from my part.
Hey, Michael, can I just jump in and add to this use case right here? Because from what I can see and the requests that we are receiving, it's even more and more requests about the analyzing either pastures or some environmentally protected areas. It starts from Australia and New Zealand, but then it's even more in the US and South Africa. And we also have plenty of cases where we successfully did it. The Mavic 3M actually showed up very well for those use cases because, with the multispectral images, it can those invasive species are truly different. So for us, it was much easier to label that. There were a lot of cases like I don't know the names, but it was like blackberries and another invasive species with the yellow flowers. That's the most common cases. So yeah, and we also start training our algorithms for those cases, solving them successfully. And M3M and any spraying drones solved many of these cases. It saves a lot of money because you will be able just to do the targeted spot spraying with them. So yeah, thank you for pointing out this use case.
All right.
Thank you both for this real life examples. I think that our listeners and participants are needed this. So I put it already questions from chat box to question part. So Luca, we will go through bottom up. So please.
Shall we go like that, or maybe to go with those who has the most votes?
As you wish. So I think that this. I just want to go.
Let's go maybe with those. So question
is
from.
It possible? Sorry.
Is it like this? Is it like the live question now? Okay, great.
Yes,
so,
you can go live. Okay.
Michael, this is maybe better for you. How do you?
Okay. Yeah. So hi. So this question is how do you use reflection calibration cards for the Mavic 3M in the field? So yeah, this is a very professional question. Maybe you start your business from phantom theories. Yeah, I guess, because at that time, and this is a tool we got to use in our field. But start from M3M, we add a light sensor on the drone's body, so the drone can sense the light angle, the sensor angle in the air, so they can to calculate and the real time index value by themselves. So actually, normally regarding all the prescription map application, we don't need this calibration card anymore on the ground. But for some research institution or some research department, if they want to get sometimes they want to get the absolute value of the index, and in such situation, we still need a calibration card as a reference 0 point to get to the absolute value of the index. So it depends. But I would say for most of the prescription map application right now, we don't need that card anymore.
Great.
Thank you, Michael.
Then the next question I saw with 3 votes. Yeah, is Agremo compatible with isobus equipment? Yes, it is. Besides the Agras drones, we are also compatible with all the ground sprayers. We have the API with the John Deere Operation Center, so you can send the information over there. But yeah, with all the others, with Trimble, Case, CNH, all the Agco brands, we have the files to do the variable applications and with them as well. Michael, if you see any question interesting, please go ahead, just pick it up and answer. There are a lot of questions for you as well. Like,
okay.
This one maybe, it's like RTK, can RTK become compatible with T50 in next 2 months? Okay, cool.
Okay, so yeah, this question is really interesting, and
Of
you're so
course.
professional. Yeah, all the it seems like today all the people is already the drones end user. Yeah, they're very familiar with this industry. It's hard to say, but I would say in the future, maybe in the second half of this year, yeah, we will try to let the T50 support the RTK3, but currently we cannot support. Yeah. But yeah, I cannot see it. Yeah, it's next 2 months, but I would say, yeah, it will support, but maybe the time it will be second half of this year.
Okay, great.
Yeah, or maybe the spring season.
Okay, so it's now, how long does it take to get AI results to finish? Within the 24 hours, you will have, let's say that if you request the analysis now, you will have it by tomorrow. So, okay, can you,
I will nominate this for you.
Yeah.
To use information from DJI and XIG drones. Yes. For the mapping purposes, yes, you can upload, you can use any type of drone, because you know, you're not connecting drone with the app, you're just uploading the images. But for the spraying maps, right now we are compatible with the DJI.
Perfect, thank you. Let's go.
So I just click the start live answer, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think this question will be great for you, Michael.
Okay. Is it possible? Yeah, I just want to click that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I read your mind, okay?
Licensor data. So yeah, I have been asked by this question. Yes, the answer is yes, but the way is a little complex. So we need to access. Yeah, by this way we need to use our software to upload the raw data from the M3M, and such data is included to that. But we need to do some support. The parse, the programming work. But yeah, if you want to get such data, and I would leave my official email address here. You can send me an email, and I can tell you the way. I will involve you with the guru. I will tell you the method to get such data. So how can I leave my email address here?
You can leave your email in chat if you want.
Okay,
so everybody
just send it on the chat, right?
Yeah.
Oh, all right, perfect. All right. But actually, regarding all kinds of the drones application questions, you can send me an email later. Yeah.
Maybe this one is also
okay. This from the top, from the bottom. So is there a way to add your software on the Agras remote controller so that we can download the prescription map directly with the USB stick? That would be awesome. But at this point, we don't have any connections. But yeah, it's a cool idea.
Yeah, but yeah, I can add some content about this question. But yeah, you know, it's actually maybe I would say it's not a problem of Agremo, but you know, when we mention about the data sharing, the prescription sharing, so it's related to the data privacy, and it's original policy. It depends. In different area, in different country, the data regulation requirement is different. So yeah, we are still try to figure in different areas and how to work with Agremo together. So I believe in the future, yes, and when we figure out more about the local regulation, so we will understand how to realize it more seamlessly. Like you just click the sharing on the website and then you will get a result on our remote controller. But yeah, I would say currently it cannot support, but maybe in the future it is possible.
Okay. This is interesting question, Michael, for you. I'm curious. I'm curious to hear as well.
To know about this season. Just on that one, maybe, just I just said, the Article 3 is also one thing we involved this year, so they can solve, it's a huge improvement compared to the old generation Article 2. In this spring season, I would see maybe, I will try to push it be realized to let everybody start to use Article 3 in our latest spring season in this summer. So yeah, I would see it will be a feature. And other feature is some firmware, maybe some firmware update. And we will realize more specific and helpful functions for people. And like your spring height and your spring distance, and maybe your I would see more terrain follow function, more obstacle bypassing function, and it will focus on I would say, for the T50, maybe there will be no any more hardware update on the hardware, but on the software we will try to do more. Yes.
Great, thanks.
Maybe this one, Luca from Alexander. This one.
Hello. Our smaller application area modern crop protection sprayers can spray areas 1 by 1 meter with individual nozzle control. On the Agremo app, the smallest area is 3 by 3. That's because it was set up for the DJI drones. And I'll just try, even though I'm not the expert in technology, I just know some things that were the issue when we first started to develop the variable prescription maps for John Deere. So if we wanted to, if you try to upload the map, the weed detection map as it is in the Agremo, it has huge amount of the geometries which the sprayers were not able to accept at this point. So that's why we created a bigger zones with a less amount of the geometries, so the display or the boom sprayer can accept it. Right now, I'm not pretty sure what was changed, but and how does it work right now. But I'm pretty sure we'll collect the information from our data process. Sorry, the product development team, and we'll let you know about it. We have your email somewhere in the chat, and we'll give you this answer because it was copied from the chat. So
yes,
yeah. Right now, no, the 3 by 3 is 40. At least 40 Agremo, it's the minimum. I don't know for the DJI. I saw the questions from Burchak, our friend. So let's answer. Yes. Can the portal photo created when we map with T50, T40 to be used in aggregation analysis? Yeah, good question. Michael, maybe it's better for you.
And also for created we map with be used in aggregation analysis. So, but if you collect the images, the RGB images using the FPV camera on T40, on T50, on T40, currently we cannot take it out. So yeah, we can only use it on the T series drone itself. Yeah, because it's also the data some kinds of the data protection, and we are following the actually this is a very basic data protection requirement. We cannot take out the data from the machine itself. So yeah, I would say it's very hard to realize this point.
Okay, thanks. And it was also, I've received also a lot of questions. Can we use the sensor that's mounted on the T50 and T40? And to be honest, I'm not aware of the images that they're creating, but I was just thinking, if you fly your T40 and T50, you usually fly it very low. So I don't know if it's time consuming or if it's doable to take the images and to create the orthomosaic map. We didn't have the case where somebody tried it.
Yeah.
Maybe this one from France.
Yeah, is a new Matrice 4 MS with higher RGB and MS resolution soon coming.
Yeah, I really appreciate it, and people like DJI drones and ask so many new products information. But yeah, I sincerely appreciate it, and I want to show my respect to everybody. But yeah, maybe my answer will be let you down, and sometime in public side I cannot tell anybody about our in developing product information. So sometimes I can only say something very, very, I need to hide some information, but some question is too sensitive for me to answer. But for Mavic 3 Matrix 4 multispectral, I would say, yeah, it's not in plane right now. And the Mavic in the next few years, maybe 1 to 2 years, the Mavic 3M still will be the latest available multispectral drones. Yeah, but for the next yeah, some question regarding this topic, maybe I cannot answer anymore. Sorry. Yeah.
I was hoping for some exclusivity.
Yeah.
Guys, I suggest two more questions, one for Michael and one for Luca, because we already extended our time.
Okay, the guy was asking again about the sugarcane. We do have. I'll send it over, Tali. You'll have it. I'll send you over the email. Yeah, we do. We support sugarcane. Agremo works perfectly. One of our focus crops. I'll share the examples with you. Okay, Jerome, when you will have the ability to do the flight plan within the Agremo, yeah, we'll see. What's the thing? In Agremo, we're more focusing on being the precision ag application rather than being a flight planning platform. That's the space for the DJI and other platforms. We try to do crop analytics, to label AI algorithms for that, and we'll probably more go with the platforms that already have it, and then developing on our own. As I mentioned, our focus is on crops, on analytics, variable prescription maps, those kind of stuff. The flight planning, hardware, sensors, we leave that to our partner DJI.
And I will nominate this and last one for Michael as our guest.
Oh, Yeah, so oh my God, this question is also very, very professional. Yeah, so we do have many experts in this industry today, right? So yeah, we exporting the prescription map does that also create a DTM map to have for the terrain photo function on the DJI drones. No, actually, I think, currently on the DJI T-Series agricultural drones, all the prescription application or the precision application is based on the mode we call it the raw mode. The raw mode is something we can also call it the 2D flying mode. So actually, all the terrain follow stuff is realized by our radar sensing system itself. So we don't have some geo, height information here, and we do support the 3D fly road planning on the remote controller itself or our software, but it's only used for the orchard mode and the fruit tree application mode. So it also means we cannot use the prescription map on that mode, on the 3D mode. So on the 2D mode, everything we got is only the prescription information, map data, no the geo 3D height information, I believe. So all the terrain photo function is realized by the drone itself in real time. For the T50, the largest slope it can follow can reach to 50 degrees. So I think it can cover majority of the rolling hills in the real world.
Thank you, Michael.
Yeah. So we have a question here from Jan Parker. What are the parameters do you recommend for RGB and multispectral for weed mapping? I just attach you our latest guide for Mavic 3M on the how to set it up in order to use it for the Agremo. It's right here in the question, but I also copy it for all the others in the chat. You have the PDF that you can download and find many useful tips and tricks from our pilots who are also using Mavic 3 on how to set it up.
Thank you, Luca. For all questions we didn't answer today, we will send via email. So don't worry, guys, about that.
Yeah. So seems like we need to organize another event, right? To answer all the questions.
Yes,
we will.
Sincerely, my favorite part of those webinars are the Q&A. Yes. When we just have a discussion with the people and start answering the questions. That's the.
But yes, thank you, Michael, for joining us today. Thank you, Luca, for your time. Thank you all for joining us. We hope you found this session valuable and are feeling inspired and equipped to take on the new season with confidence. Yeah. Remember,
hey, one thing I forgot to say, and it's important for all our US users and DJI, I believe, as well. There is one conference in Alabama, End User Drone Spraying Conference. I will be there. Michael will also be there. So if you have the time, it will happen in Alabama, Mobile, Alabama, from 23rd to 26th of March. Both of us will be there. So if you're thinking whether to come there or not, come join us and we can have a 4-day discussion, right? And to be over there. Yeah, also wanted to let you know for all the people in the US that hopefully from April 1st we will I would say gear up our US team. So we will have the support from the support team in the US as well as the sales team. So we will cover that region even more. Those are
that's the exclusivity.
we can talk more at that time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Thank you all.
Thank you
all. Have a great day.
Just to finish my final word, just to remember that right preparation and the right tools can make all the difference. We wish you a successful season. Stay connected, stay innovative, follow us on our social media channels, and have a great rest of the day. And goodbye for now. See you soon. Bye, guys.
Yeah.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.